Guys, what's up? So I'm about to be showing you guys a really cool original trick I came up with. It kind of originated like a really long time ago actually, but I kind of turned it into a trick now because I kind of came up with it back when I wasn't that good at magic. So basically I wanted to, like, there's always cards to anywhere locations, right? That's usually duplicate cards. So I wanted to come up where you could have a card signed and then teleport somewhere, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of came up with this idea, alright? So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to show you the performance and I'm going to show you how to do it. And yeah, with that, I'm going to get straight into it. Okay guys, so before we get into this, I want to show off this deck. This is the Vintage deck by Bicycle. It's a very cool deck. Designed to look like, you know, kings from the 1700s played with these. You know, they look really old. They're really cool, like medieval looking cards, I guess is what they're supposed to represent. I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can pick one of these up, or just go to Walgreens and purchase one yourself. I literally got these from Walgreens, and they're really great, honestly. So let's get straight into this trick. So cards are shuffled up, and spectator could shuffle them. It don't really matter. They pick out a card. Let's say it's this one right here. Okay, so it's okay if I look at it. In this case, we got the Ace of Hearts. Okay, so I'm gonna try and make the Ace of Hearts teleport. Okay. So as magicians, we do a lot of teleportation tricks. We take a card, we put it somewhere in the middle of the deck, alright, and then all we gotta do is snap our fingers or riffle up or whatever, you know, whatever we want to do, and the card just simply teleports to the top, as you can see. So, by the way, this card can be completely signed. Like, I don't want to sign it to mess up my cards, but yeah, this card could be completely signed. Okay, so cards on top, you know, but I want to up the stakes. I don't just want to make it jump to the top. I want to make it go from one pack to another. So let's put it here, and we'll try and make a portal, so that way the card will jump out of the deck, just like that. Ace of Hearts. So that's pretty cool, teleporting. But you know what I'm saying? That's cool, right? Teleporting from one pack to another. But what if it teleported to somewhere different? All right, not just, you know, teleporting, you know, into like a different deck or something. What if we made it teleport to somewhere completely different? Like, let's say my pocket, maybe. So yeah, teleporting to my pocket, that's really cool, right? So, I mean, let's go ahead and take the card. We'll lose it somewhere in the middle. And, you know, we'll take the card and lose it's in the middle somewhere, right? So once it's in the middle, you know, I would actually let the spectator have the cards. I would spread them out. And if you guys, you obviously can't really see, but the card is no longer in here. And if, I would let the spectator go one card at a time, just going through the cards, whatever they wanted to do, right? And eventually they would see that their card is no longer in this pack, and they can keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. But trust me when I tell you guys this, their card is no longer in this pack at all. And I would let the spectator go through every single one of these cards if they wanted to. The card is not in here, okay? So, with that said, you're probably wondering where the card is. Well, actually, I've been able to make it teleport underneath my card mat. And again, like I said, this card can be completely signed. The Ace of Hearts. That is the trick, guys. If you want to learn how to do it, stick around for the tutorial. Hey guys, for you beginners out there, this trick might take, a little bit of practice, but for you guys intermediate magicians, this trick is actually pretty easy. And what's cool is it's a signed card to anywhere location. Usually card to anywhere locations, as I said in the intro, kind of use a duplicate card. But, and then the further away you make the card, like you make the card teleport to a different room, the more they start to believe that, you know, it's a duplicate card. But if you have it somewhere close, if it's a duplicate card, like under the mat like I had it, then they won't think it's a duplicate card. They might think there is a way he could have hidden it with sleight of hand. But if the card is signed, that's completely different. If you make it teleport across the room with proof that it's their card, they will be completely amazed. And that's what I really like about this trick. So, it is going to take one little gimmick, but you can easily make this gimmick at your house. A double back card. That's another cool thing about the vintage deck. It comes with a double backer. But, just simply to make one, if you don't have one, just make one with some double-sided tape. Or, again, I have a link in the description where you can purchase these, and these do come with a double backer. Or, again, just head to Walgreens and pick these up. That's that easy. So you're going to put your double backer wherever you want to hide your card. In this case, I could have hidden it in another room if I wanted to, but I just made it simple. I hid it underneath the card mat. You can make it teleport in the box, in your shoe. Definitely don't want to make it teleport into their pocket, into a spectator's pocket, because if you tell them to look in their back pocket, they would immediately want to look at the card and not let you grab it, because you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. I don't really want to spoil the ending of the trick until we get to that point. So, it is completely impromptu. That's another really cool thing about this trick. Completely impromptu. And then they pick out a card. Let's say it's this one right here. 6 of diamonds, okay? So that's their selection. And what you're going to do is while they're looking at, you're going to get a Marlowe tilt ready. What that is basically just tilting or bending up the top card a little bit and holding a break, just like this. And you're going to be like, okay, so us magicians, we do a lot of teleportation tricks. And this is going to be a teleportation trick. So watch it. I'm going to take your card and put it somewhere in the middle of the deck. And all you're doing is putting it right under that Marlowe tilt. So what that does is put it in the second position from the top. But the front view, it creates the illusion that you're putting it somewhere in the middle of the deck. So now kind of make this big motion so you can just simply drop the tilt just like that. And be like, we can snap our fingers, we riffle up the pack. And as what you're doing is you're explaining why you're riffling up the pack. What you're doing is you really are riffling up the pack to catch a break, just like that. So you have a break under the top 2 cards, alright? And you're going to say, we can do that, shake it, whatever you want to do, and it teleports to the top. Use the word teleport, don't use the word jumps, because this is a teleportation trick. So you're just going to flip over the top card, or not the top card, the double, and you've made it look like their card jumped to the top or teleported to the top. So you're going to be like, that's pretty cool, but I want to raise the stakes a little bit. So flip the double back over. So now they think that their card's on top, but actually it's just a completely random card, right? So you're going to split it in half. You're going to say, okay, I want to take your card and put it somewhere in the middle of the deck. So this is actually a random card, but they think it's their card. So now, here's what you can do. I made the card jump out of the deck. I said there was a portal and it jumped out of the deck, but it's a whole nother video to teach you guys how to make the card jump out of the deck. So I'm going to leave a link in the description where you guys can learn. I'll give you guys the video I learned on how to shoot a card out of the deck, because you're just going to have to do it this way, because most, I guess you could do it the normal way, but I can't really do it that way. The way I do it is a lot easier. You're basically just doing that, okay? Only letting pressure and letting it flap off just like that, okay? So that's basically what you're doing, but if you guys want an in-depth tutorial on how to do it, I'll leave a link in the description where I learned how to do it. But if you guys do not want to shoot a card out of the deck, there is something else you can do. Give it a swing cut and hold a break under their card, and I'll just do a riffle force on it. Tell them to say stop whenever they want. They say stop. You let that card go just like that. You're going to be like, wouldn't it be crazy if you said stop on your card if your card wasn't even in this deck? And boom, they said stop. And they're amazed. So I've done it both ways. Both get really good reactions. Do whatever way you want. It don't matter. I just like to make the card jump out of the deck. That's just the way I like better. So you do that. And now what you're going to do is you're going to control their card to the top. Or the bottom, my bad. But what you're going to do is you're going to do a pinky pull down on the bottom card. You're going to put it on top. And say, let's lose your card in the middle. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold it up toward their face, okay? And I've taught this a lot. You just simply push the top card up until that bottom card you're holding a break under is flush with the deck, just like that. So now they think their card's on top, but actually it's in the second position from the top now. And you just push it down. You take what they think is their card, just a random card, lay it on the deck, lay the rest of the deck on top of it. So now they think their deck's in the middle, but actually it's on top. And you're simply just going to overhand shuffle it to the bottom, just like that. So they think it's lost in the middle and you just shuffled it somewhere. But actually, you know exactly where it is on the bottom. What you're going to do is a pinky pull down, okay? And you're going to get it into a gambler's cop position. So, pinky pull down, you're going to pull this card back, hold it up toward their face, and you're going to pick the deck back up just like this. And now it's copped back here, okay? And from front view, you can't see, right? Especially with the deck on top. So, you're going to be like, well, we've been making it teleport from one packet to another, but what if I made it teleport somewhere different, like my pocket? So now you got it copped, just kind of practice this in a mirror so you can kind of learn the angle so you don't flash that card, and you're just going to go into your pocket and pull it out just like that, okay? So simply just have it pull into your pocket, and don't pull it out like in a cop position. Let it fall down in your pocket and just grab it like you would normally grab a card out of your pocket, okay? So you've just copped the card, you put it in your pocket. So now it's in your pocket, you've made it teleport out of your pocket. Now to make it teleport under the card mat. So what you're going to do is you're just going to fake slip jog this card. So what you're going to do is you're going to take off half the deck, and you're going to slip out the bottom while this is just hovering over the top card, okay? You're going to slip out the bottom as you pull down, just like this. And full speed, it looks like you just grabbed off the top card, okay? So you're just pulling this card out and pulling this down, okay? And that kind of really helps the illusion a lot. And it really looks like you just nabbed off the top card and put it in the middle of the deck. So now they don't think their card's on top anymore. So what you can do is you're going to do something called a spring palm, just like this, alright? You got to do it quick or else 2 cards are going to come with you, but you're simply spring palming the card. You're just pulling this card off and letting it spring off the top. I got 2 cards. You have to do it fast or else 2 cards will pop off. But what you're doing is you're just, letting it spring palm into your hand and palming it. And use some misdirection. Do not do this while they're looking at your hands. You want them to look at you, and if they're not looking at you, call them by their name, and that will make them look at you. So what you're going to do is while they're not looking, just nab it, and it's going to look like this. Do just like that. And that was terrible. Just do something like this really quick, okay? And now you got this card palmed just like this. So they don't know if you've nabbed the card off the deck. And you're going to be like, go through these cards one at a time and tell me if you see it. Okay, so they're going to, I sprayed it out for you guys. I told you guys it weren't in here. But really, it's not in here, so I'm not going to waste your time. We already know it's not in here. So once you're done, they're done. Usually they'll lay the deck right here for you. But if not, if they lay it like this or just sloppy, just straighten it up with this hand. And then come over here and grab it with this hand and pull it back off the table and then catch it in this hand, okay? So let's try and get that angle so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. You're simply just going to do this. You drop the card off, and you're just going to pull it back into this hand, okay? Just like that. So that's essentially all you're doing, all right? So once you've done that, you have the card back on top, but they don't think it's in this deck. So let's say you've teleported across the room. You just say, let's walk into this room or walk over here or something. But in this case, I just have it under the card mat. Snap your fingers. You grab the double backer. Do not let them grab this double backer. I've had them try to. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. And let's do a recap real quick is what I say. I don't want them to think, yeah, you can't grab that card. I just want to grab that card, okay? But I don't want them to think they can't grab it. So you explain, you've done a recap, and now you're just going to kind of do this move where you do a push-off pinky break like this while you're just kind of talking. Be like, all right, so we made it teleport a bunch of crazy places. You even signed this card, kind of recap what just happened. Place this card on top, and now flip over the double. And because of that double backer, you can simply just throw that off. And it looks completely natural. Okay? So that is the trick. Again, you can make a double backer, or even if you don't have a double backer, this could be the random card under there. You're going to do everything you've just done, and you're going to flip over the double, and you're still going to hold your break, because this is a double, and just do this move like this. Alright, so let's kind of go over that. So what you're going to do is you have your double, and you're going to flip this over, okay? As you flip it over, you're going to flip this deck over just like that. And you're going to pull this with your thumb. Pull their card out with your thumb and just kind of use these fingers to hold that top card in place and pull this out. Alright, so full speed, what it looks like is this. But what the thing about this move is, they know you're doing some kind of side hand move, like, not in all tricks, but in this trick, in this case, they're like completely baffled. So when you do something like that, they're like, he just kind of did something to cover something up. When you have the double backer, this just looks completely natural. You just look like you put it on top and flip over the top card and throw it off. I mean, it looks that natural. And all you gotta do is spread out the cards. And if you want them to, do it face down, you can cop it. You know what I'm saying? Like just do like before the gambler's cop, just like this, and ditch it in your pocket. And then boom, you've got the trick. You're completely clean, and this trick is mind-blowing. Again, this card can be completely signed. So that is the trick, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It might take a little bit of practice. So again, I'm gonna leave a link in the description where you can get these cards and where you can learn how to make the card jump out of the deck like I did. Anyway, so that is the trick, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. Give this video a like, subscribe, hit the post notification bell so you never miss an upload. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. See you later.